Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss the literary term irony. Introduction. Irony is a powerful literary device that has been employed throughout history to achieve special rhetorical and artistic effects. Its roots can be traced back to Greek comedy, where the character of the Iron, a dissembler, engaged in understatement and pretended to be less intelligent than he truly was, triumphing over the Alazon, a self-deceiving and boastful character. Over time, the concept of irony evolved and found varied expressions in literature. This video explores the different forms and functions of irony, examining its use in verbal and structural contexts. It also delves into how irony has been a critical criterion in evaluating literary works, particularly in the context of the new criticism. Verbal irony. Verbal irony involves a statement where the speaker's implied meaning sharply differs from the literal expression. Alexander Pope's The Rape of the Lock provides a classic example when Sir Plume, encouraged by the ladies, requests the return of a stolen lock of hair. The Baron's response, "It grieves me much," appears complimentary on the surface, but the circumstances reveal his lack of genuine concern. Jane Austen's opening line in Pride and Prejudice, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife," introduces a complex ironic implication about marriage and social expectations. In more intricate cases, authors like Pope and others employ verbal irony with subtle qualifications and clues to the counter meanings. Irony in such cases becomes a test of readers' intelligence, inviting them to read between the lines. It acts as an implicit compliment to readers who can discern the true intentions of the author, unlike obtuse authorities. This complexity in irony allows authors to convey multiple layers of meaning and create thought-provoking literary works. Structural irony. Structural irony goes beyond occasional verbal irony and introduces a structural feature that sustains a duplex meaning and evaluation throughout the work. One common device is the use of a naive hero, narrator, or spokesman whose simplicity and obtuseness contrasts with the implied point of view of the author. Swift's Modest Proposal presents a well-meaning economist who suggests using excess Irish children as a financial asset, highlighting the absurdity of the proposed solution. Other examples include Swift's Gulliver, Browning's Monologuist, and Nabokov's Kinbout. Another structural device involves the fallible narrator who, though not naive or irrational, exhibits a failure of insight due to prejudices and personal interests. The reader intended to recognize the distortion corrects the narrator's views. These structural ironies add depth and complexity to literary works, engaging readers in an active interpretation of the text. Irony and literary value. The new criticism associated irony with literary value, emphasizing its role as a criterion to distinguish great poems from inferior ones. T.S. Eliot praised a kind of wit in metaphysical poets that balances opposing attitudes and experiences. I.A. Richards defined poetry as an equilibrium of complementary impulses, leading to an avoidance of fixed attitudes. Robert Penn Warren and Clent Brooks further developed these ideas, arguing that poems committing solely to a single attitude are vulnerable to ironic skepticism, while the greatest poems incorporate the poet's own ironic awareness of opposite attitudes. This perspective elevated irony to a central feature in evaluating poetry, highlighting the importance of intricate meanings and perspectives in literary works. Poems that incorporate irony invite readers to engage actively with the text, discerning the underlying complexities and nuances. Conclusion: irony, a versatile literary device, has played a significant role in literary discourse over the ages. Its roots in Greek comedy have evolved into various forms, including verbal irony and structural irony, both of which add depth and complexity to literary works. Verbal irony challenges readers to recognize implied meanings and intentions, while structural irony introduces naive characters or fallible narrators to sustain multiple layers of evaluation. The new criticism's emphasis on irony as a criterion for literary value further underscores its importance in distinguishing great poems from lesser ones. Irony invites readers to actively engage with the text, uncovering the intricacies and subtle meanings that enrich the literary experience. So this was the discussion on the term irony. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other term. Until then, goodbye and thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to this series on literary terms and literary theory. If you want to study the notes and MCQs related to this term, you can click the link given in the description. We are also going to start our online and offline classes for UGC NET for English literature very soon. So stay connected with us.